Go round and I say, Mama say ta Ashidu, Ashite, Ashawan vibrations, every bucka. May your mind, buckas, and souls be old. May your omits be sound. May your buckas be leaven off ground. When we keep to the breath, to the orth, to the mothor, to the seon, the soul of Ra guides and keeps you old. Ion ma, L-I-E, say L, say I, Christ Ori Chaplain, Tata Amin Ra. I'm a truth awareness, true talk, can be a part of the greatest transfer of Ma'el, that's intelligence, Aminology to Angodu. This is sound logic. With all that being offered to you, being a fool is absolutely your choice. To raise Ray 1856. Go to Google, go to Apple, download the Kagodora app. Go to jesus.com. You can get there also by savebysound.com. That's savbysound.com. When you sign up for your solarization, you get access to the Mithorian Kagodora file. Download it, print it, desktop, or take it to your local printer. Or better yet, click the link. It will take you to aminra.com. There you'll get access to purchasing the poster, 18 by 24. You also can purchase the books, purchase the apparel, wear with the devil's fear. This is the crypto shit shower update for Ray 1856, where we remind you that the blockchain is not a financial umbrella that you can hold and prevent shit from head. I don't consent to draconian state. Hashtag that in your posts. Thought is a sport that spawns intelligence, then at fungi.org. Your mental health is directly tied to your etheric compass. Get reorientated back to sound. So sign up at jesus.com. That's what we do. You also get access to the erectionary, because the words of the dictionary die your erection. At erectionary.com, the sound logic Ta'angodu decoding search engine. We're learning Ta'angodu because there we teach you how to speak motion. Don't forget, we have the Mithorian Kagodora daily update where we take you back in time. Later we'll be making a video going back to the year 1856, breaking, dispelling the rituals that the occult use to bring back their resets. It's not happening. All right, so we see that Bitcoin has taken a little dive. If we go to the Mithorian Kagodora, have a time check. Let's just refresh the screen here for a moment. All right, so we're actually 5 dues, 28 go dues. That's like 5 hours, 28 minutes. So there's 2 hours and 15 minutes, or 2.25 hours in every go due, or every due. Okay, so since we have 5 of them, 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 15 is going to be 75. Okay, so 4 times 15 is 60. So that's going to be 11 hours and 15 minutes. All right, so we're going to have our accuracy check. We do this on a daily. Every report, we just want to basically see if our time shifts are being recognized with movement in the markets. All right, so remember, 11 hours, 15 minutes, just 11 hours. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6, we got 7, we got 8, we got 9, we got 10, we got 11. So we know when we turn from 1855 to 1856, although the market was going down, okay, this is on the hourly for 3 hours. For 3 hours, or let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5. No, where are we? Right, we're right here. Sorry. For 3 hours, we were going up, and then when we changed raise, we made a sharp continuation down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So we got that. Okay. So now we can stay on the hour and see that we went as low, spiked all the way down to 80. All right. So when we go to the Kagodora, All right, we're coming off of a 9. So you know what I teach? 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is when we're priming. Okay, this is when Draco could manipulate up and down without pressure. Okay, without the pressure of 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so they're continuing to choose since October the 1st, since our new ring began. They've been consistently bringing the market down. Okay, the market's high ended September the 29th to the 31st. Okay, October the 1st, when the kagodora struck 1800, we completed ring 5 and we began ring 6. That's when the market began to tumble from its high. Okay, 7 days after that, I recognized Donald Trump making a speech saying that he wants to reenact the Insurrection Act of 1807. So being on October the 7th, which fell on an 1807, Ray 1807, that he wanted to reenact the Insurrection Act of 1807. Okay? So on 1807, Donald Trump on October the 7th wanted to resurrect the Insurrection Act of the year 1807. Okay, so I didn't take that lightly. That's not a coincidence. Okay, they're on the kagodora. Okay, and so I researched when the Civil War began, and it wasn't until 60 years later, after 1807. And so I advanced the kagodora 60 days, because each of our days is, 100, 200 years ago. All right? Yeah, I'm understand. So I figured out how they were able to do their reset spells. So anyhow, 1867, they gave us that's our deadline. Okay, that's when the market's going to reach its top and come down. Okay, this is their crash date. Okay, this is a date when they're going to preserve, for some form of events. Okay, I even said days before and days after. Okay, by me continuing to mention this every single day, making you aware of this lessens the opportunity for them to have what they want to call a black swan event, because we'll be expecting it. We may not know any detail, but we'll be expecting it, so it's going to lose its impact. Okay, it's going to lose its impact. All right, and so instead of bringing the market up, they've just been bringing the market down. Okay, they've been bringing the market down. Another thing about yesterday, we got to recognize and realize it was 9-1. Okay, it was 9-1. Today is 9-1-1. Okay, 9-11. Okay, so there's a reason why they use these days 9-11, because things are happening to the Draconi. The Soul Raw Amstem is releasing lots of energy. There's things that happen in the cycle that are used to keep Earth elevating high, maintaining its orbit, maintaining its sound, its soul. Okay, and so on these events, the Draconians have events that create misery. Okay, they cause me and you to feel sad, to feel bad, to release loose energy. Okay, and so since the markets are a vacuum for your energy, you need to understand why majority of the time the markets are going to be down or sideways. Okay, what they do is they may give you some profit in advance, but then they start taking it away. Okay, and then giving you news and all sorts of just bullshit, which you no longer need because you have the kagodora. I remind you to go to Google, go to Apple, download this kagodora app. Okay, and so now that we're in 2, tomorrow, Saturday is going to be a 3, Sunday is going to be a 4, Monday we're opening up at a 5, Tuesday 6, Wednesday 7, Thursday 8, Friday's a 9. Okay, so next Friday when we're delivering payload, and one being on a weekend. Okay, you got that? And we're going to just be 4 days away from 1867. All right, so once again, if they want to mark the market up, next week's a great week. Okay, they're starting Monday on a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, however, by 7, by Wednesday, okay, they're hitting their midweek reversal on a 7. So what happened this Wednesday when they had the midweek reversal on a 9? I was hoping that they were going to reverse it back up, but they just went sideways and down because they couldn't compete with the energy of the ether. Okay, so with this being a 7, it's not as high as a 9, but it's an eve before delivery. Okay, it's an eve before delivery. Okay, so if the market is not at its highest number, it's most likely going to be reaching towards its highest number right here so they can take away if they're not already in the position to start dropping the price here. Okay, you got to recognize that this is a simulation, people, not the blockchain. Okay, the market. It's a big simulation. Okay, huge simulation. All right, so we got to recognize and realize it is what it is. The magic number today is 101. Why? Because it's 9/11. Okay, a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to play this combo game with these guys. I'm going to give them, they have to be above 91,000 today. Okay, they have to be above 91,000 today. All right, because I'm giving them the reduction. Okay, I'm giving these guys the reduction. I'm playing gematria with these guys, okay? This is what we're doing, people. Okay, we're using their numbers against them to correct them. Okay, so if today is 9/5/11, that's 911. Okay, so Bitcoin has to be above $91,000, $100,000. Okay, if Bitcoin does not go above $91,000, then it is going to continue to be down. Okay, you understand? And I will sell. Okay, I will sell my position above 91,000. That's what I'm going to do. Anything above 91,000, I begin to sell what I got. Okay, I begin to sell what I got. Now, if we go back to the markets, you're going to see a pattern here. Okay, so if we drop down to 80,000, and I told you based on the gematria, they have to be above 91,000 to be in sell mode. Right now is buy mode. Okay, there's no middle ground. You're either buying or selling. Okay, holding is not a middle ground. Okay, holding is not a middle ground because holding is still, we deal with motion. Okay, we deal with motion. That's what we're doing. Okay, we deal with motion. So the only reason why you buy it is to sell it. The only reason. Okay, you buy it for cheaper because you believe one day it's going to be worth a little bit more money. Okay, we're getting a calibration here. Okay, this is what we do at the crypto shit shower. All right. And so if this drops down to 80,000 and it has to get up to 90,000, okay, and we could also see some support activity around 89, 88. Okay, anyways, this is the range. Okay, then this gives them a $10,000 window. All right, and if we look at 90,000, then we go up to about here, or let's just say, yeah, right here. That's another 10,000. All right. So what I'm trying to get you to recognize is that they're moving in $10,000 windows, ranges. Okay, a $10,000 move is, or window or range, is highly likely. Okay, highly likely. Unless they change the pattern, we are going with what we see. Okay, we're going with what we see. They want to keep you in a speculation. I'm telling you, we bet on movement. All right? We bet on movement. Okay, so at these lows, you should have, so either you have held through to here or you're buying back now. Okay, but if Bitcoin doesn't make it past $91,000, just say 90,000, no, $91,000, because today is 9/1, then, it's flat. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so you either hold it until it goes above 91, or you can get rid of it as high as it's made. Okay, this is the weekend coming. There's going to be lots of manipulation. Lots of it. Okay, lots of it. The markets aren't open, so you got the cowboys who are going to manipulate the market on this weekend. If you're on the right coin, you could be doing well, or not. All right? We got to recognize this is tax season, people. All right, when Bitcoin is up to $3 trillion less than a month ago, okay, and then all of a sudden they, I think they injected $100 billion in one day, and the next day the market dropped. Okay, you can just see that these big corporations are angling, creating losses on the books. Okay, let's just go back in time here. We're gonna go back 6 months. Okay, let me get the screen here. Okay, so anyways, oh boy, this is not really. Anyways, I'm trying to show you that every season between November and January, the markets drop. The markets will see a high, and then they'll also see a low. Okay, because of tax season. This is what's going on. These companies, they launder money. That's what everything is. They tell you that this is a big money laundering machine. Okay, but they're trying to make it like they're not doing it. Okay, well, of course they're doing it. Okay, this is huge money laundering. Okay, on a corporate organized level. Okay, and so on the books, when you have huge assets that take a big loss, you can write that off. Okay, you can write that off. They're not selling their shit. Okay, they're not realizing their loss per se. Okay, but if you have one company, say you own two companies, okay, one company already has the Bitcoin. The other company now is coming in at the high to buy the Bitcoin. Okay, so they're buying it from the company already had the Bitcoin at the low. Okay, so the company that had the Bitcoin at the low now is selling it. Okay, now that would be a profit, right? Right? You would think that would be a profit. Okay? And so now the same company in a different name comes in, okay, and purchase Bitcoin. And because that amount was sold to be purchased, then the price has gone down. The price has gone down. So that company who just purchased took a loss, and the company who just sold may have taken a gain, and it washes each other. Right? And then that company who just took a gain can immediately buy back in the market, and then the market dropped down even more. Okay, so it's all just fake shit on fake paper. Literally, digital. It's not even on paper anymore. Okay, so you have to understand that there's a lot of manipulation in the market, and it's in favor for the markets to be in lower. And this is going to last.